All right, we're going to start on our backs in constructive rest. So come on down. And this morning, bring your arms right away into cactus arms or goalpost arms. So arms in that 90-degree bend with the backs of your hands resting against the floor. Let your knees drop in towards each other. And then just give a second or two to kind of find your way there. Let your shoulders get super comfortable. Let your tailbone and your back get comfortable. And then just take a couple of nice deep breaths. And then as things start to find their way into that nice, softening, comfortable position, give your fingers and your toes a little wiggle. So tune in and notice just the outer edges of your limbs. So sometimes as we start to move tension or just move that funky stuff out of certain areas, it might find its way. Maybe we crunch up our toes or just hold a little tension in our face. So give your toes and your fingers a little wiggle. And then see if you can just rearrange everything again to let it all soften. Let your hands get soft. Let your feet get soft. And then see if you can start to find a softening of your sternum. So think about that, just that ridge right at the front of your ribs, and see if you can just let it soften and get heavy into your mat. Take one more moment here, just letting everything find a little soft stillness. And then before we move or engage the body, take a moment here to set an intention to honor your mind and your body throughout your practice. Never doing anything that would cause your body pain, and treating yourself with love, care, and respect. And then with that intention set, start to gently rock your head side to side. Does not need to be a big giant movement. We just want to start to wake up the spinal column, the cervical spine, and bring a light, gentle massage to the back of the head. And then once you've got that rhythm of your head turning side to side, you're going to add your knees as well. So as your head turns in one direction, knees are going to drop in the opposite direction. Everything meets in the middle, and then take it in the opposite direction the other way. And then start to find a depth that feels good, moving your knees side to side. So it does not need to be extreme, and it might be even smaller as you start. And then as things start to warm up and get a little gummy, then you might drop your knees a little bit deeper towards the floor. So as you're turning your knees side to side, can you take a moment to tune in? So we might think of this as sort of a warming up or a little stretchy gummy maneuver, but there's a little strength that has to happen in order to pick those knees up and pull them back to center. So as you start to pick your knees up, can you find that little pulling in sensation right around the psoas or right around that bony hip protrusion about 2 inches in? See if you can tune into that space and just feel that little tug of the muscles as you lift the knees back to center. Take one more drop of the knees side to side. And then bring everything back to center. Walk your feet until they're about hip width distance apart. Keep your arms in that cactus or goalpost position just for a second. We're going to inhale, stretch the arms up and overhead like you're taking a yawn with the top part of your body. And then exhale and pull your elbows back down to shoulder height. Inhale and stretch your arms up. Exhale and pull the elbows down. On this next one, you're going to inhale, stretch your arms up, let your ribs lift and flare just a little bit. And then as you exhale, pull the ribs back down to the ground, pull the elbows back in line with the shoulders. And then take one more moment here just to feel that bit of strength as you draw that center down towards the mat. Feel your ribs pulling into the bottom of or pulling down behind you. Take one good breath here and then bring your arms into into I Dream of Jeannie arms, into that little square across your chest. And then just take a couple of pulls side to side. As you pull the elbows side to side, can you still find that drawing down sensation of the ribs? So think about pinning the backs of your ribs into your mat and then pull your elbows side to side. So the elbow is just crossing slightly across the midline. It's not, doesn't have to be big or extreme. Nice. Take one more pull the elbows side to side or even yourself out. And then bring it back to center, release, pull your right knee into your chest. Take that right knee, draw it in circles, go in one direction. And then take that right knee and draw it in circles, go the other way. Beautiful. And now we're going to switch our grabs. So we're going to hold the back of the thigh, make a little basket weave, and then push your thigh into your hands. Let your hands resist. From there, keep that pressing out with the thigh, and then reach your heel up to the sky, straighten your leg just as much as feels good, and then bend and bring it back down. So the thigh the entire time is pressing out into the arms. The arms are creating a resistance. And then you're just taking that little hinge from the knee, pushing the heel up towards the ceiling and bending it back down. Nice. Take two more just like that. Beautiful. And then release your grab from the back to the side, bend the knee, pull the knee up into your chest, nice big squeeze, and then take it out to the right. So swing it out to the outside of the ribs. So it's a nice wide position. Twirl your foot in one direction. And then twirl your foot the other way. Beautiful. And then take that right knee over and across. So over towards your left shoulder, just slightly across the midline. Feel a little tug maybe in the IT band, a little stretch in the glute. Take a nice big breath. And then bring it back into center. And you're going to make that basket weave so you can hold onto the knee. You're going to push the knee into the hands. Hands are going to resist. You're going to feel a little strength in the legs, a little strength in the low back. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, soften and pull the knee in. Push your knee up into your hands. Hands resist. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale and soften, bring the knee in. One more just like that. Push your knee up into your hands. Inhale a nice big breath. Exhale to soften, pull the knee in, slide your left leg nice and long. So left leg is going to slide all the way down to the end of the mat. Cool. And then from here, we're going to take just a little mini spinal twist. So think about taking that right knee over and across the body. We're just staying for one breath. So draw it over, let your right arm open wide. Take one big inhale. One nice slow exhale. Pull that knee back into the chest. Bring the left knee into meet, both knees into the chest. Give a light little squeeze and then set the right foot down. We're going to draw some circles with that left knee, go in one direction. And then draw some circles with that knee, go the other way. Cool. And then re-grab the back of the thigh, make that basket weave, and then push your thigh into your hands. Keep pushing the thigh into the hands and then bend and straighten that leg. You straighten it just as much as feels good. Make sure that it feels like a comfortable position for the back of your leg. Nice. One more bend and straighten of that leg. And then release your grab from the back of the thigh, pull the knee into the chest, give a light little squeeze. We're going to take the knee out to the left, so out around that left shoulder, and then circle your foot in one direction and circle your foot the other way. Awesome. And then bring it slightly across the midline. So you're going to switch hands, perhaps. You're going to take that left knee over towards the right shoulder. Feel maybe a little sensation in the IT band, maybe a little sensation in the glute. Take a nice big breath. Nice. And then bring it back in. Basket weave around the top of the knee. Push your knee into your hand. Feel the quads get engaged and a little engagement in the low back. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, soften and draw the knee in. Push your knee up into your hand. Take a big inhale. Exhale and soften. Push your knee up into your hands. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, soften, pull the knee into your chest. Slide your right leg nice and long. Cool. And then the short but sweet spinal twist. So take that left knee over to the right. Let your left arm open out nice and wide. Take a nice big breath. Slow exhale. Beautiful. And then pull that left knee back into the chest. Bring the right knee into meet. We're going to hold on to the kneecaps and like we're taking butterfly. So we're going to draw circles out and away from each other. Find a nice gentle rhythm here, just circling at a pace that feels good to you. Nice. Take one more time around in this direction and then go the other way. Knees draw in towards each other, up towards the ceiling and out and away. Nice. And then when you're ready, hug those knees back into your chest. Give one last little squeeze. And then we're going to crisscross the ankles. Reach your hands around the outsides of the thighs. Catch the tops of the feet, the toes, or the ankles, whichever grab works for you. And then take a moment to find a little gentle rock side to side. Cool. And then from here, we're going to start to find a little rock and roll up. So tailbone to top of head, take a couple of rocks and rolls, and then catch a little momentum. Come all the way up to a seated position into that nice, easy seat. And then just give a second to kind of find your way there. Wiggle your sits bones, come up into that nice tall position. Right hand's going to touch the ground. Left hand's going to reach up alongside your ear. Take 3 gentle side bends. Just lean in and then lift up. Lean in and lift up. One more to that side, lean in and lift up, and then take it right over to the other side. Left hand touches down, right hand reaches up. Lean in and lift up. Lean in and lift up. Lean in, lift up, and then take it over to the other side. Right hand's going to touch down, and now we're going to stay here into that bigger stretch. So lean in just as far as feels good. Maybe you pull that top thumb back. Maybe you turn your head and look up. And then just tune in for a second. Feel this left side of your body. Take a nice big breath in. Nice slow breath out. Lovely. Lift it up. Left hand touches down, right hand reaches up. Find that nice big side bend the other way. Maybe you pull the thumb back. Maybe you look up to the sky. Beautiful. Lift it up and take it right into a seated twist. Left hand's going to find the right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, get nice and tall. Exhale, soften just a little bit. And then right away, release and take it over to the other side. Catch your knee. Inhale, get nice and tall. Exhale, soften just a little bit. Beautiful. And then we're going to take it back to that other side. So left hand's going to find the right knee. Rotate a nice bit of leverage against that knee, and then soften up so your heart is in line with your knee. And then once you find that softer twist, take a couple gentle nods of your head up and down. Beautiful. One more nod of the head up and down. And then head comes to neutral and unwind, take your twist over to the other side. Right hand finds the left knee, leverage, take a breath. And then heart softens towards your knee. And then once you found that softer position, nod your head up and down. Nice. One more nod of your head up and down. And then head comes to neutral, unwind, bring it back to center. And then from here, we're going to take some Sufi's grind. So you're going to start to circle your torso. To start, see how it feels to find a more straight spine. So rather than letting the ribs move, it's kind of a hinge from your hips and you're circling the whole torso, and then just see how that feels. Now, for some of us, this might feel like the better position and a little bit more beneficial. That if this feels good and you want to play around, take your ribs and move them with you. So then it starts to be a little bit of a cat-cow sensation as you circle around. So you're going to draw the ribs forward, pull them over to the side, and then pull them back behind you and see how that feels. If that feels like it's just not doing you right, keep that longer spine. But if it feels good to move the ribs as well, take 2 more circles around in this direction. Awesome. And then bring it back to center. Pause for a second in a neutral spine. Close your eyes down. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let your shoulders soften. Great. And then we're going to take that Sufi's grind, go the other way. So start with a long, straight spine, and most of the hinge is coming from the hips. And then once you've got that rhythm down and see how it feels, if you like that movement of the ribs on the other side, play around, let your ribs move a little bit with your circles. Beautiful. Take one more circle around and then come back to center. Find that tall neutral spine, eyes closed down, soften your shoulders, drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. Take a nice big inhale. Slow exhale. Lift your head to center and then drop your left ear over to your left shoulder. Close your eyes down. Take a nice big inhale. Nice slow exhale. Awesome. Lift your head back to center and then flip your way up into a tabletop position. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take a second to just get yourself situated in that tabletop position. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Give your tail a little wag. Make sure everything is feeling good. And then right away, we're going to curl the toes under, pull your butt back to your heels, and then bring your shoulders back in line with your wrists. And just take a few rocks forward and back just like that. Take one or two more forward and back. And then we're going to see about sitting back on the heels. So toes are going to stay curled under. Start by just drawing your butt back to your heels and see how that feels. If that's already intense enough, you're going to stay right there and take a couple nice deep breaths. If it feels good and you can take a little bit more sensation, lift yourself up so you're sitting up on your heels. And then just, if you like, reach down, make sure all your toes are spread as wide as they can be, and then give your hips a little rock side to side. But again, you want to make sure that that feels like a comfortable sensation. It might be like in a 7 or 8, but like you don't want any shooting pain at the bottom of your feet. So if it feels good, one more little rock side to side. And then when you're ready, release your way back into a tabletop, release your toes right into puppy pose. Walk your hands to the top edge of your mat. Chest and forehead melt down. Take 3 nice deep breaths here. One more breath. And then when you're ready, nice and easy, walk it back up into tabletop position, thread the needle. Right hand's gonna reach up nice and high. We're gonna thread that hand through and underneath. Right ear, right shoulder to the ground. Take a nice big inhale. Nice slow exhale, and then we're gonna come out right away. Press into your left hand, lift yourself back up into tabletop position, and then take it to the other side. Left hand's gonna reach up nice and high. Thread that hand through and underneath. Left ear, left shoulder to the ground. Take a nice big inhale. Nice slow exhale. Awesome. Press your way back up into that tabletop position. Curl both sets of toes under. Pull your butt back to your heels. Press back nice and far, and then allow your knees to kind of peel away from the floor. Start to lift your butt up into downward facing dog, and then start to pedal out the legs. Bend one knee and press into the opposite heel. Lovely. One or two more pedals of the legs. And then when you're ready, look forward, walk, step, or hop your feet up to the top of your mat, come into a little ragdoll fold position. So feet about hip or shoulder width distance apart, make some space for yourself. Let your knees be super bent. Let your back hang nice and heavy. Back of the neck is nice and soft and gummy. We're going to take our hands and we're going to kind of interlace the fingers and just kind of cup them around the back of your head. So you want to find that nice little ridge of that occipital where the skull bone meets the neck, and see if you can just kind of cup your hands around, give a little squeeze into the heels of your hands, and then a little traction. You want to just let the heaviness of your hands weigh your head down towards the earth. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, release your hand hold, Float your fingers down to the ground. We're going to walk our hands up to the shin. So we're going to find a little bit of a flat back position, and then we're going to nod the head up and down about 3 times. Lovely. And then walk your hands up a little bit further. So maybe you rest your hands gently on top of your knees, so you're not pushing your knees back. Maybe even allow a soft micro bend in the knees, just so you make sure that you're not pressing against your knees. Flat back position, and then take a couple of nods of the head up and down here. Nice. And then we're going to walk our hands up to find the hip crease. And then now you are going to press into the hips, maybe straighten your legs, find that flatter back position, keeping that nice long spine, and take 3 good nods of the head here. Beautiful. And then find that neutral head position, bend your knees, push into your feet, lift yourself up into a standing position, and let your hands come down at your sides. From here, if you just need to adjust your footing, go ahead and do so. And then when you're ready, inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. One more just like that. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. Nice. Inhale, arms up, look up. We're going to exhale, hands to heart center, interlace the fingers, flip the palms, press them forward, bring them up and overhead. Take a side bend one way, come back to center, side bend the other way. Come back to center, unlace your fingers, float them behind you, interlace the fingers behind the back, draw the knuckles down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the chest, lift your chin, maybe push your lips up towards the ceiling like you're kissing the sky. Get that little stretch to the bottom of your chin. Take one more breath. Soften your chin down, relax your hands towards your low back. Keep that little interlace of the fingers, bend your knees, hinge from your waist, fold over, and then just let your arms kind of fall away from the backside. Doesn't matter how far they go, just let them fall the way they naturally go. Take a nice big breath. And then let your hands soften towards your low back, bend your knees, lift from the top of your head, come up nice and slow, unlace your fingers, find your mountain pose again. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold down. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, step both feet back to down dog. Pick up your heels, lower your knees, come into tabletop position. We're going to step the right foot forward, so we're going to keep a little 90-90 lunge here. So square up your lunge and then come up nice and tall. Hands to the hips, and we're just going to take a little lean forward and then press your way back. A little lean forward, press your way back. A little lean forward, press your way back. Toe heel your foot out, so it's about 45 degrees out, so angled out towards the corner of your mat. Lean out just a little bit, and then bring it back in. Lean out and in. One more just like that. Lean out and in. Nice. And now toe heel it out super wide, just as wide out to the side as it likes to go. Lean out and in, out and in, lean out and in, and then stay here with that leg out to the side and think side angle. So we're going to bring the right elbow to the knee. Left arm's going to reach up alongside the ear. Get that nice side bend going on. Beautiful. Lift it all back up. And now we're going to toe heel that foot so that it's kind of to the outer edge of your mat. And now we're going to lean in. So hands are going to come down to the ground, and you're going to curl the back toes under so you can walk that back knee back to a nice, deep, wide lunge. Once you've got that position there, take a moment, heart forward, look forward, take a breath. Cool. And then we're going to take 3 rocks forward and back. So you're just going to let that front leg move just as much as it feels like it can, with the toes moving with you, not yanking against the back of the leg too much. And then the next time you rock forward, you're going to position yourself so you can take your right hand all the way outside off the edge of your mat. So you're going to lean in a little bit, pick that left hand up in a big side bend. Think about pushing the left hips forward as you reach that left arm up to the sky. Take one nice big breath here. Lovely. And then swim your hands around and down. Curl the back toes under. We're going to step that front leg back into a 3-legged dog. So you're going to pick that back knee up, slide that right leg up nice and high. Beautiful. And then float that foot down, lower your knees back into your tabletop position. And then left foot is going to step forward. Square up your lunge to start. Awesome. Hands to the hips. Lean yourself forward a little bit and then bring it back up. Lean forward and back up. Lean forward and back up. Nice. And then toe heel it out so it's about a 45-degree. And then lean forward, bring it back up. Lean forward and up. Lean forward and up. Nice. And then take it out to the side. Toe heel it out just as wide as feels comfortable to you. Lean out and in, out and in. One more just like that. And then as you bring it back in, think side angle. So left elbow to the knee. Keep the ribs lifting away from the thigh. Right hand reaches up. Beautiful. And then lift it all back up. We're going to toe heel that foot back so that it finds that outer edge of the mat. But now the toe and the knee are pointing forward. Bring your hands down. Curl your back toes under. Walk that back leg back to a depth that feels good. Once you've got it there, find that nice little rock forward and back. Let those front toes peel up and move with you. Nice. And then the next time you come forward in that lunge, heart forward, look forward, pause there, take a breath, make sure everything feels like it's in a nice position. And then we're going to take that left hand all the way out off the side of the mat, lean out just a little bit, raise your right hand up. So big side bend in the right side body, the right hips are pressing forward. Take a nice big inhale. Nice slow exhale. Wonderful. Swim your hands back around to the inside of that foot, curl your back toes under, pick your back knee up, front leg's gonna slide back into a three-legged dog. Bring it up nice and high. Beautiful, and then release it down nice and slow. Look forward, walk, step, or hop your feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, press firm into your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Hands to heart center. Hands down at your side. We're going to take a little balance here before we come back down to the mat. So a little half dancer. So shift your weight over onto your left foot and then think about picking your right heel up. See if you can reach back and catch hold of the foot and then hug your knee in towards your knee. Hug your heel in towards your butt. Lift your left hand up alongside your ear. Think about pulling those ribs back as the knee comes forward slightly. So imagine that sensation that we found on the mat when we were pulling our ribs down towards the earth. Take one more breath and see if you can find that. Wonderful. And then gently release your hold of that foot. Give your knees a little soft bounce. Brush off your hands, and then we take it to the other side. So shift your weight onto your right foot. Pick your left foot up. See if you can catch hold. Hug the knee in towards the knee. Heel in towards your butt. Once you've found all that, maybe you raise your right hand up. And then see if you can just find that sensation again of drawing the ribs back as your left knee comes forward. Nice. And then when you're ready, gently release it all down. Foot comes down, hands come down at your sides. Pause for a moment in your mountain pose. Nice and strong, nice and tall. Take a nice big inhale. Nice slow exhale. Inhale, raise your arms up and look up. Let the hands meet. Let your chest lift as you look up. Exhale and fold it all down. My chickens are letting us know they are laying an egg. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Step both feet back to down dog. Beautiful. Pick up your heels, lower your knees, come to tabletop position. Either crisscross your ankles behind you or swing your legs out to one side. Sit back on your butt. And then just bend your knees, curl your tailbone under, right away, roll your way down to the ground. And then once you found your way down, just give a second, make sure everything gets itself situated. Right leg is going to come across the left into a figure four. Hands free to start. Lift the left leg up and then lower it back down. Reposition as needed. And then when you're ready, lift the left leg up and lower it down. Lovely. One more just like that. Lift up and lower it down. Nice. And now we're going to lift up, stay lifted, wobble it a little side to side. Awesome. And then come back to center, thread your hands through, grab the back of the thigh or the top of the shin, bring it in for one good breath. Take a big giant inhale. Nice slow exhale. Beautiful. And then release your grab from the back of the thigh. Slide your right leg across the left like you're crossing your legs in a chair, and then re-grab. Grab the shins or the tops of the feet, pull the toes slightly away from each other, pull the knees in towards your chest, take a nice big inhale, and a nice slow exhale. Awesome. When you're ready, unwind, set your feet down, and then reset for that figure four position the other way. Left leg is going to come across the right. Inhale to lift the right leg up. Exhale to lower it back down. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift and hold, but hands free. Wobble your figure four a little side to side. Lovely. And then when you're ready, come through center, grab hold of the back of the thigh or the top of the shin, hug it in for one good inhale. One nice slow exhale. Beautiful. And then release your grab from the thigh or the shin. Slide that left leg across like you're crossing your legs in a chair, and then re-grab. Either the tops of the shins or the tops of the feet, whichever grab works better. Toes draw away from each other as you pull the knees into your chest. Take a nice big inhale. Nice slow exhale. Wonderful. Unwind your legs. Set your feet down, pause just for a moment. Notice you might feel a little heat or warmth in the hips. Pull your right knee into your chest, send your left leg nice and long, right into supine twist. Take that right knee over and across the body. Right arm opens out nice and wide. Turn your head to the right. And now notice how this twist feels. Take a nice big inhale. Soften on your exhale. On your next inhale, bring that right knee into your chest. Bring the left knee into meet, both knees into your chest. Give a light little squeeze, and then hold on to the left knee. Send the right leg nice and long. Take that left knee over and across the body. Left arm opens wide. Turn your head to the left, and then come back to your breath here. Nice inhale, finding a little length in the spine. Exhale, finding softness. When you're ready, inhale, pull the left knee into your chest, bring the right knee into meet, both knees into the chest. Give yourself one last little squeeze, maybe a gentle rock side to side. And then as you release your feet, step them super wide. Find the outer edges of your mat. Come back to that windshield wiper action with the knees. Just drop them gently side to side, just to invite some fluid back into the hips and a little softness back into your low back. And then if you like, just for a moment, tune in and feel that nice little bit of muscular endeavor that happens to help pull those knees back to center. Nice. Take one more little drop of the knees side to side. And then when you're ready, find your way into the Shavasana that works best for you. Maybe constructive rest, maybe reclined cobbler's pose, maybe that more traditional shape, or any other shape of the body that makes sense to you and allows you to find a little stillness. Give yourself a moment or two to find your way there. And then get yourself arranged once you're there. Wiggle out your tailbone, wiggle out your shoulders. Make sure that your clothes and your hair are in a comfortable position so you don't have to fuss with anything. And then see if you can invite a softness in your feet, a softness in your hands, softness in your calves and your shins, a softness around your knees. Soften your thighs and the backs of your legs. Invite a soft heaviness into your hips. And then let that softness find its way to your low back, your belly, your ribs, and your chest. Shoulders are nice and heavy, arms are soft. Soften the back of your neck, your jaw, your cheekbones, and your eyes. Soften your forehead and then invite a sense of softness from the crown of your head and let that softness travel all the way back down to your feet. You always have the option to stay in your Shavasana just as long as you like. But if you feel called to do so, start to gently reawaken your body. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Find some gentle movement in your ankles and wrists. Maybe turn your head a little side to side. And then if all is feeling good, maybe take a good morning stretch like a yawn, reaching through the fingers and the toes, taking up a bunch of space on your mat. Take a nice big breath in. Nice slow breath out. And then in your own way, at your own time, find your way up to a comfortable seated position. Could be Sukhasana or any other seat that works best for your body and allows you to sit up nice and tall. Awesome. And then once you found your way here, we're going to take our thumbs and find just the little indentation right at the end or the inner end of the eyebrow. So if you can like kind of mush your thumbs around just a second, find that little soft indentation, and then you're just going to lean your head forward. Let your forehead rest on your thumbs. We're not cramming the thumbs into the forehead, but allow that little weight of your head to rest on the thumbs, and you'll find this nice little pressure point. See if you can soften your jaw, soften your cheekbones, soften into your breath. Nice. And then when you're ready, gently lift your head away. We're going to press gently into the thumbs and then just glide the thumbs down to the ends of your eyebrows. Find your temples. Give your temples a gentle little rub. Nice. And then take your thumbs and just kind of circle down the jawline all the way down to the chin, releasing any tension you may be holding in your jaw. And then when you're ready, hands to heart center, bow your head to your heart. Breathing in love and gratitude for yourself, for your mind, for your body, and for all of your hard work. And I send my love and gratitude out to you. Thank you for sharing your morning with me. Gently lift up through the top of your head. Gently open your eyes. I bow to you. Happy, happy Saturday.